How do I get out of this? Stop, leave meeting. Gosh, I hope this works. Okay, there. Now I think I have it. It still says mute me. Hold on 1 second. Okay. That's weird. Record. I guess it'll just work. Okay. I'll ask you to mute yourself if it's too loud. But apparently my other browser has control of this and I can't get to it. All right. So we are going to start really quick because I felt like this week we were going to do take action steps. And the only way to take action is going to be, now you guys probably can't see me. Hold on a second. I'm going to leave and come right back. Okay, now I think I got it.
I see you, Ashley.
Okay, I think I have, yes, I've got control of everything now. Whew, all right, that was tough. Okay, so the reason I wanted to start this is because every single summer that we get ready to go into summer sales and this, everybody gets out of school, everybody automatically thinks that summer's gonna not be very well good for them. And the best way to start out your summer is to do a booking blitz. And that is why we are going to do one tomorrow. It is going to be a 24-hour booking blitz where you can choose 15 to 30 minutes or whatever it is that you want to do to where you will be able to, where you will be able to text and talk to everyone and book your parties. Okay. I want to go over a few things. How many of you guys have done booking blitz before? Raise your hand. Anyone done them yet? I know I have. I think Kristen has. I know a couple who have. No, Annette has. Okay. All right. I'm sure we can get more people on here. But blitz are really, really important. And the reason that they are so important is because it's a way for you to finally get out there and just ask and open your mouth. If you do not open your mouth, your business is not open, okay? So a couple of things that you have to know is, first of all, you got to figure out when you're going to do your booking blitz tomorrow, right? I know for me, I'm going to probably do mine at 2 o'clock tomorrow because in the morning, I'm going to be too crazy with the kids. 2 o'clock is usually a really good time for me to sit down for 15 minutes. Normally a power hour, I break up an hour into 15-minute increments and I work my business that way. With my kids being home this summer every single day and needing me every single minute, I really have to be intentional the way I work my business this summer. Okay, so you've heard the saying before, most of you guys know, of your list of 100. Well, I'm not going to get you to do a list of 100. Instead, I want you to think about something. So I want you to get out a sheet of paper in front of you right now. And I'm going to show you how to do the easiest list that you can. All right. Okay. So if you get out your sheet of paper, I want you to do a line straight down the middle. And on one side, I want you to put easiest. And on the other side, I want you to put best. Okay. Or you can put beside it chicken list, whatever you want to do. Okay. So if you guys are losing me or anything, let me know because we're going to move fast through this. But the easiest people to put on your list, and I want you to work on this while we're talking, they're going to be people in your warm market right now. Okay, so a lot of people, whenever they join, and how many of you guys have new consultants? A lot of you do, right? So many of you guys go, okay, I added them, but now I don't know what to do with them. Or I added them, I don't know how to train them. First of all, you are responsible to their success. So you need to guide them where to go. I just put today on the group page, and this is for anyone, any directors, it doesn't matter, whoever. I'm starting a group chat, and anyone can get in it with me in training these new people. That we have over 60 some people that have no clue probably how to work their Scentsy business. They had a nightlight in their kit. They had 15 testers. They have to download everything. They probably have just put it over to the side, like I have this box right now, and said, I'll deal with it later. Don't you think? I know I would have, because a lot of them don't have that kind of guidance. And so if they joined in May, we're already 11 days into June. So if they hear, oh, well, I already missed Shooting Star. Well, Sensational Star is now this many days instead of 70 days. They're going to start coming up with all the reasons they can't succeed in this business instead of can succeed in this business. Okay. So this is what I'm going to get everyone to do tomorrow. And you guys are going to kind of get a head start on this right now, because I'm going to explain it to you. So the easiest on your list are going to be your warm market. Like I said, this is your Frank's list. And you guys have heard me talk about this probably 1,000 times since you joined. But that's your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances, neighbors, kids, and significant others, friends, or their circle. All right. So if you can sit down and think about it, this is really your warm market. What's so funny about this is a booking Blitz, you want to include your warm market. When you are really trying to build your business and you're really trying to get yourself out there and push yourself outside that comfort zone, I tell everybody, go outside your comfort zone. Don't stay in your warm market. Because most people, if you just say to your mom or your dad, sister, or somebody, hey, will you have a Scentsy party for me? And they're like, no. And they're in your warm market, it automatically frustrates you. I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day. They said their sister has never had a party for them, and they're going to be right around the corner. And they even said they would go see their sister if they would have a party, because they live so far away. They hadn't done it yet, and it's frustrating to them. And I'm like, go outside of that. But when you do a booking Blitz, include your warm market, because who knows? They may say yes. Okay. Think about all the daycares that are around you in your area. Okay. The teachers there, the parents there. Find a way to get yourself in there. Whether you want to put samples, whether you ask them about a warmer. In the very beginning, I asked Child's Time if I could put a warmer in their what do you call it, in the lobby. And it was the one with the handprints all over it that we had, the sunshine one, or sun something, I forget. And they had the testers and samples, and they would constantly bring orders in and out of there. And finally I had 2 people join from there. But I got my name in there. I got my name in a salon when I first started. Got a warmer in there, a zebra warmer, a skinny dip and scent. They brought people in here. That's how we have a net cash in our team. Okay. I remember thinking outside the box. Daycares, retirement homes. I went to Cypress Glen, and I know that some of you have to join from Cypress Glen, but I went to Cypress Glen and I asked them if I could put a warmer in there, because guess what? With retirement homes, sugar cookie, vanilla bean buttercream, sticky cinnamon bun, baked apple pie, all those scents stimulate appetites. And a lot of times in the retirement homes, they have a hard time getting people to eat. So they would take night lights and put them in there, and it would stimulate them to eat. And they thought it was just the best thing ever. So you would need to talk to the activity directors of the retirement homes. Think about college campuses. We have the Scentsy Goes. We have night lights. Some people don't like to use them because of the outlets. We have room sprays. We have all the travel things. Our Scentsy Goes are very trendy with the different wraps. Who do you know in college campuses? Who do you know that has kids in college right now that could just take a Scentsy go around with them for a week at college campus or summer school and get orders for you, right? And then think about apartment complexes. I have 2 or 3 people that join from apartment complex, because every August they have an orientation that they do for all the new people that are moving into the college, the apartment complexes. Or they will have a appreciation day. And I'll ask them, can I come set up a little table with a bunch of samples and goodie bags for all your new residents? Do y'all remember? Y'all might not remember this, but I know Annette and Marcy and them will. Do you remember Welcome Wagon? I know Marcy does, because that's how I actually met her. She was in charge of the Welcome Wagon thing. Well, I don't even know if they have Welcome Wagon anymore, but I do know that all apartment complexes, a lot of the new campus housings, they all have little bags that they give out to all their new residents. Okay. So think outside of, just the Frank's list, but this is your easy market because it's a solution to everything they need. All right. So you're going to write down everybody you know in your easy market. And easily you probably could have just come up with 20 people. All right. On the other side is your chicken list. This is going to be people who are already successful, who are busy, who you don't think would have a time of day for Scentsy. Because I promise you, these people are going to be the most successful in Scentsy. I've been seeing so many people come through Scentsy who were, lawyers, nurses, teachers, EMS. I mean, you name it. Okay. You name it, and they're like, have no time to breathe, but they are so successful because they're already seeing so many people. They have their samples ready to go. They have their opportunity packets ready to go. They know when they can work their business, whether it's going to be 30 minutes in that day or an hour. I'm not kidding you. If you get this thing rolling, you don't have to work 8 hours a day in Scentsy. You don't even have to work 2 or 3 hours. If you become efficient and you know what you're doing, you can only work 15 to 30 minutes and just following up. I mean, Maven's great for that. If you don't use Maven, because I'm horrible with technology, I have like a follow-up binder. I'll go through my workstation, and some of you guys might not have customers yet, but this is something that you can learn. On your workstation, you can look under your PWS orders, or you can look under someone's party and see who ordered. And anyone in the last couple of months who ordered from you, start them on the 3-month sample thing, where you send them out a sample and say, hey, I'm sending you out a sample for 3 months. You're going to get a sample because you bought 3 months ago, but after 3 months, you don't get one anymore. But you'll get a reminder, and that sounds a lot harder than it is, but we can post some actual examples of those on the page because it works. I mean, I sent out all of mine about a week ago, and I've been getting crazy orders on my PWS. And I'm like, who is this lady? And it was a lady from the fundraiser I had done. And she had ordered, I don't even know, like $13, just $13 from the fundraiser. But she put a $98 order into my PWS because I sent her the Squeeze the Day lemon sample. And I also sent her the brochure. And I sent her my card information. I did not put anything in there about $5 off your first order or anything like that. The sample is enough. Whenever you have customers that are constantly order from you, just take really good care of them. Let them know they are appreciated, and send them out those samples. It's the new people that you want to entice with like the percentages off and things like that. Okay. Think about realtors. Any realtors that you know. I have 3 realtors who buy from me on a constant basis because they want closing gifts. I have one girl who orders 6 night lights with the perfect Scentsys every single time. She gets the free stuff and the half off stuff. I have another lady who wanted Scentsy Go's because she didn't want to have to plug them into the open houses, so she would just bring in the Scentsy Go. And she wanted the vanilla bean buttercream, or she wanted the sea salt avocado. And so she got 4 of those, which was a party because she got the $50 ones. She took it to her realtor office, had it on her desk, and then got other realtors interested in it too. So it's almost like a domino effect. If you can get it out there and get those people excited about it and they share it with other people, you will end up getting orders from them. Okay? Think about anyone in home decor, anyone who, is a designer. There's a ton of them around Greenville. I guarantee you, when you show them some of the warmers that we have, especially the new trendy ones, and say, hey, are you doing any homes right now with this kind of design? I could throw this in there for this price, or you could get it half off if you happen to get a couple of orders. You just have to be willing to think outside the box and to think about it. Think about any car salesman that you know, because a lot of car salesmen will put the scent circles as their thank you gift. I've got 2 or 3 of them right now who will buy a bunch of scent circles from me, and every time that they sell a car, they'll give it to them and give them my information. And sometimes the people will call me. I've had one girl call me because it was a used car that she bought, and somebody had left the scent circle in the glove box. And she was like, that car smelled so good. It smelled like my husband's cologne. And we ended up figuring out that it was Mystery Man. So she is a mystery man consumer about every 3 months from me. Wedding planners. If you know any wedding planners, if you know any event planners, this is a good way for you to get an event. This is a good way for you to ask them if you could put a warmer on their table whenever people come in. Because a lot of times, if they're doing a wedding or something, they want it to smell good. Any brides, ask them, can you put a warmer out? Some of the brides that I had about 3 years ago, I haven't done this in a really long time, I asked them what their favorite scent would be, and we would come up with a scent. And I made about 100 samples and put them in little baggies, and she used them as her favors on the table because it was her favorite scent. She wanted her wedding to be remembered by that scent. So you just got to really think about chickenless people. You know, who would think about going to the realtor? Who would think about going to the salon? Who would think about this? Not many people. That's why you need to be one of those people. So when you write down this list and you have it ready for your bookings, that's whenever you know how to contact them. Now the realtors, home decor, car salesmen, all those people are definitely cold market, right? So for cold market, you need to either be face-to-face or you need to give them a call. I always do face-to-face. I will let them know I'm coming in and I will go face-to-face. And I am scared to death every single time I do it because I'm convinced they're going to say no. And when they say yes, I'm like, really? I mean, I just can't believe it. But they have nothing to lose because we're giving them something free to be able to make their life better. Okay, so that is a really easy way for you to do a list. Another way that you can do a list is you can think about the people you know and just start out with 5 people. And then with those 5 people, each person knows 5 people. So when you call 5 people, you ask them for the referrals. You ask them for if anyone wants the blessing bags. There's so many ways to start this. All right. So that's going to be your list. Of course, you can go back to your list of 100 that Scentsy has in your consultant guide, or you can look on your workstation and fill it up. And it's going to be Scentsy lovers, people that you've sent samples to. But I'm telling you, if you really think outside the box, you'll be surprised how fast this can grow. And you'll be so proud of yourself for being brave that you'll be ready to do it again the next day because you're, wow, I didn't die when I heard no, or wow, that really worked. So you'll surprise yourself and it will excite you. Just like when you get your first new team member underneath you, it excites you. You get more excited about sharing the opportunity. Okay, so you have to decide your time slot for tomorrow, and then you have your list that you're going to use. And before you do your booking blitz, make sure you have that list right beside you because you're going to have a highlighter in your hand and you're going to just start going through them. And then as you get parties, you're going to be able to like ring the bell or comment on the page, because if our group gets 100 parties, then we'll do something special. So it's 100 parties, we'll do something special. And Annette probably knows what I'm talking about. If not, I'll tell her afterwards. But it's really important because this is a way for you to really grow your summer business. Whenever you start your blitz, and I'll have all these directions on there tomorrow, but when you start your blitz, you want to reach out to as many people as you can in a 15-minute time frame. Have your entire list filled up with as many people as you can. Remember that you can book anything that you want. Now, I want you to think about this. What kind of style of party will work in your life before you start doing this? Because whenever I started Scentsy and I did booking blitz, I had a 9-month-old, a 1.5-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old. And I could not wait to get out of the house at night because I was with them all day. So I booked home parties like crazy back then because Steve would watch them while I would go out and I would do parties. Now it's a little bit different. Now they need me a lot more, and there's a guilt for leaving them now that I experience. So now I'm thinking, okay, I'm booking basket parties. I'm booking online parties. I'll probably do 2 to 3 home parties a month. But I used to do like 16 home parties a month when I first started. It was crazy. I know Annette did a ton too. But I booked myself silly because people really do want to do home parties and they really do want to have get-togethers and have fun. If it works in your life, then go in that direction. But if you are someone who you want to do more online parties, you want to do more basket parties, you want to do sip and sniffs, you want to do lunch bunches where you have the office parties. Another thing that's really, really popular or cupcakes and catalogs or cookies and catalogs. I'll call up a bunch of preschools because I'll be dry. I need some customers, and I'll call up a bunch of preschools and say, hey, can I bring some cookies over on Friday just to show you guys appreciation for what you do? Because I used to have little ones there, and I know it's really hard. Like, yeah, that'd be great. I was like, okay, well, I'm also bring some samples and some catalogs for you guys to look through too, because whoever decides to grab their orders will get the free stuff. Every single time I do that, it works for me. It's just that I forget that I can do that sometime, and then when I don't follow up with them, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta call them again. I can't do the cookie thing again. I gotta do something else. So make sure when you do that you do follow up with them, because those people could be potential hosts for you. They could be potential team members, because if no one has joined from that preschool and I'm picking up a ton of orders, then most likely somebody there would join. Okay. There's Sniff Palooza, there's spa parties, which I'm going to let Annette in a second tell us about, if that's okay. There's summer sniff sessions. You can go to Panera, you can go to Starbucks and have people meet you. If you go to the pool, have your stuff with you, just put it in an insulated bag. You'd be surprised how many people are sitting out there just waiting for their kids to swim in the water, and they're like, oh, I really don't want to be here right now. That's me. My kids are like, let's go to the pool, and I'm like, oh, there's 2 hours of my day. I wish I could get back. I like the pool, but I don't like to be there forever. So I'm going to try and make it income producing. I'm going to bring my samples. They're going to be felt samples. I'm going to bring my books. I'm going to bring some whiff samples, and I'm going to start passing around to the people at the pool, asking if they ever heard of Scentsy. I have nothing to lose. What if they say no? And normally at the pool, if I'm a member there, I don't got to worry about soliciting. I can't walk up to a pool that I'm not a member of and do that. But I don't have to worry about soliciting. All I got to do is just share the opportunity. So think of things that you go to. If you go to the park, I started my business in the park too. Andy and them were so small, and I go to Elm Street Park and sit on that bench under that tree and watch the moms come in and just look at their phones while their kids were playing. And I decided to make it a challenge and a game for me to see how many people I could get samples to. If you do play dates, bring yourself to play dates. Always take it with you, because the opportunity is always there. A lot of people just don't know to look for it. Okay. While I'm looking for something else, Annette, will you tell us about the spa party real quick? Let me make sure you are. I don't even see you on here. Just unmute yourself.
As we do it together, the computer's getting to know us.
I see that. That's what's going on. Okay, go ahead.
Crazy thing. Oh my God, we're going to get ourselves in trouble. But this time of year, in fact, Shannon, remind me to after this to talk to you about Tip Day. So in fact, I was going to talk about this at Tip Day, which I still will do, but we're going to do it. So during this time of year, it's so hot. People are not thinking about wax. They're out at the pool, like Shannon said. They're outdoors. They're doing things. What better way than to have a spa party? And so what our testers, I bring our catalogs. It's the same principle as a regular home party, except that you still put a couple warmers out, intrigue them. But the spa party is, I have buckets, and we're going to do this at Tip Day. So if you guys can make Tip Day, it's going to be well worth it. So, because I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. Basically, you're using the bath bombs, or you're using the Scentsy soap, whichever. I always give out samples of both so they can take them home. We use the body cream. We use the body souffle, which was a big thing at one time. But we use the hand cream. We use the body cream. We use the rollers. I mean, basically, it is me pampering them in a sense. And what I do is I have the buckets. I go to the Dollar Tree. Love me some Dollar Tree. So this is a tax write-off. Remember that too. I buy the little tiny loofahs. You can get 3 to a pack for $1. Seriously, also get like little the manicure sets. They're $1 a piece. I'm going to tell you, you're going to make that 10-time fold over back when you do this. And I've got the little towels from Scentsy. Shannon, do they still have those towels?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Even if they don't worry about it. What I do is I have the little towels that Scentsy used to have that had all of the different scent names on them, and I use them. Of course, I bring them home, wash them, and reuse them. But basically, what you're doing is getting away from the wax part in a sense, because while they're sitting there, guess what they're smelling? They're smelling the wax that you're melting during this time. And pick a soft scent. So that's one party. Like I said, those that are coming to tip day, we're going to do it. And then what I do is I make little mini scrubs, little mini salt scrubs. And so each person gets to go home with a mini salt scrub. So guess what's made from those mini salt scrubs is our essential oils. So you're now introducing them to something else. So technically a spa party is pampering, but you're also introducing them to things that they probably would never try. And you would not believe the very first spa party that I did, and I've got one booked now, from the same girl, the very first spa party that I ever did, it took me probably 2 hours to do it. I set up my warmers and my party was over $800. So you got to look at it. They're buying the essential oils. They're going to buy, all right, Shannon, where did you go to? I don't know where you went to, but okay. For some reason I see me and not you. There you are. Okay. So, but that's one party. Like Shannon said, you do it at home. I did it at home. These girls loved it because they did wine and cheese and fruit. And let me tell you something, if they're drinking wine, they're going to buy. Seriously, all their inhibitions go away. So it's such a fun party. So those that are coming to tip day, we're going to do that. I'm going to pamper you and Shannon's going to help me.
Yeah.
And so is Andrea. So
Awesome.
that's just one thing. So
that's one kind of party you can have, but anything you want to do, figure out what your style is that you want to focus on this summer. If you want to focus on Facebook parties or spa parties or whatever. I mean, a lot of people are probably going to be into the pampering thing because they have their toes showing a lot at the pool or at the beach, and they do want something that would be pampering to them and bring 3 or 4 girls over and have fun, right? So now I bet you're wondering about what do you send? Now, booking Blitz is going to be completely different than building relationships. A booking Blitz is just putting it out there and understanding you're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to get a lot of people that ghost you. That means whenever you see red and they don't write you back, all of this is going to happen, but you have to know that this is going to be something that you will experience, okay? So I'm going to read off a couple of messages that have been working for a lot of people for the summer booking Blitz. First one, hey Annette, I am in the middle of a Scentsy frenzy and I need you. How about some freebies for you in June? I have 2 specific date choices here. I'd love it if you could help me out by hosting an online party. You have the opportunity to stock up on some of your favorites. It's easy peasy, no cleaning, no cooking. Can you do that for me? Because you're basically asking them. You know what they're going to say? If they don't say yes, they're going to say, oh gosh, you know what? Right now is not a good time. Right now is not a good time. They're not going to say no. They're going to say, right now is not a good time. Say, okay, you know what? I really appreciate this. I can put you down for my fall parties once the new stuff comes out. And then you'll have your fall booked. Next one. Hello, I'm filling my summer calendar and I don't want to leave you out. Your last party was a blast and I need you back. This is for someone who is returning. How about earning some new summer Scentsy goodies in June? We can do a home online party or whatever works for you. I'd love to schedule it soon. What do you think? Again, they're going to say no. Be ready for those no's. This is like a go for no thing. A lot of people are going to say no, but these are very scripted. It's just getting them out there and getting that seed planted. What you do right now is going to really benefit you in the fall. So it doesn't matter if you send out 50 messages and all of them say no. Ask them if you can send them a scent of the month. Ask them if you can put them on your VIP group. Ask them if you can serve them and take care of them until they're ready to do a party. It's a great way for you to be able to talk to them and to build those relationships. Don't make it be awkward. Don't make it be rude. Don't be like, okay, well, I'm not talking to you anymore. Because honestly, I've had so many people tell me no, and then they're on our team now. So it's sometimes a timing thing. You just never know. All right, the third one. I'm on a new adventure with Scentsy and I need your support. Or I'm on a new adventure and I need your support. I just started my Scentsy business and I'm looking to share what I absolutely love. Can you help me out by being one of my first hosts? I have something very special for you. I can schedule it online or a home party. Just let me know what works for you. Super easy for people that are new. And like I said, it just takes one person. You are one rock star away from getting what you want in Scentsy. You really, really are. Because if you got somebody on your team and they just took off, it would help you so much because of the referrals, because of the team they would build, because of the things y'all could do together. I mean, you're one rock star away. Okay, the next one. Hello, Annette. The Scentsy Summer Collection is amazing, and I'm dying to share it. I have some testers and catalogs available for a go party. But see, I don't like to use the word go. I mean, I don't like to use the word party. So I would say that I have some testers and catalogs available for a go bag. And then say, it's so simple. I can drop off the bag to you. You can share it with your friends, neighbors, or coworkers. Just write down what you like, and guess what? You can get some of it free. When's a good time to drop it off? You could do that. Another one is, this is your invitation to fall in love with Scentsy again. This is someone that you haven't talked to in a while. And then say, I would love to get you the new scents to smell. Maybe have some friends together so that you could get some free things. I have a couple of dates in mind. Let me know if you can help me fill them. What do you think? Okay. And the last one would be, I'm right smack in the middle of a booking blitz. I need you. I'm looking for 6 or more people to fill my June Scentsy calendar. Here are the dates that are available. Can I count on you? Like I said, a lot of these are going to say no, but this is a way that you're going to be able to book your party in August. Because if they say June doesn't work, then say, okay, great. Well, instead of saying July, say, well, you know what? The new catalog is going to be coming out in August. Can I put you down for September? Can I put you down for a fall show or a transition show? Just be creative. And I guarantee you, you can turn all of these that you're messaging into either an order, maybe hosting, or maybe even joining your team. You have no idea, but you got to get out there. One of the things that I'm sending right now to people, and it seems to be working really well, is I have a lot of event drawing slips that I've had over the years, and I never followed up on them, right? And I was talking to a coach about it, and I was like, what do you do with all these slips that you still have? And they said, they're dead leads now. They don't work. I was like, no, I'm going to prove them wrong. I know they work. So I sent out, hey, girl, didn't know if you already have a Scentsy chick or not, but I am getting together some samples ready to send in the mail to people of this incredible new lemon scent. I wanted to see if I could put you on my list and mail you one to try. If so, can I have your address? I got like 25 people that were like, yeah, I'd love to have a sample. Yeah, I'd love to have a sample. And of course, in there, I'm going to put my join opportunity. I'm going to put the product sheet. I'm going to put that lemon scent, and then I'm going to follow up on her. But those have worked out really good because I'm saying, I don't know if you have a Scentsy chick yet or not, or a gal or whatever you want to say, but I'm getting together some samples. I'd love to take care of you. So they're able to say, yeah, I've got somebody, I'm good. Say, okay, well, I hope that, and that's when you can say, oh, really, what is your favorite sample they've ever made? Or you could just say, okay, well, if you need anything and they don't work out, let me know. Okay. But it works. I had 25 people that said, yeah, I'd like to get the lemon scent. So that is another way that I will be doing some of my bookings, because every single time that I get people scents out, I usually try and get a basket party. Because I'm usually like, if you'll like these lemon scents, oh my gosh, you're going to love the new summer scents. I can drop them off to you and you can smell them. Okay, great.
Shannon.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me. Another thing you can do too, especially with the squeeze of the day, people that have ordered from you coconut lemongrass, have ordered any of the citrus scents. Another thing you can do is do the felt samples, and this is what I'm doing. Do the felt samples of coconut lemongrass, go-go mango. Just do like 3 or 4 scents. Put them in a bag, label them, and then say, look, I need some feedback. These are 4 of our top citrus scents, and I need to know which one you like the best. Can I send them to you to smell? Because number one, what you're doing is you're introducing them to possibly some scents they've never tried. Number 2, you're asking for their feedback. So you're putting them in your special group. So they're going to feel important. So what's going to happen then is that when you say to them, I'm going to follow up with you in a week, you got to follow up. I've been slack at this for the past couple months, so I'm revamping my stuff. So this way, that you've got to follow up with them in a week. So that's going to keep you in check Plus, they're going to think they're special that you reached out to them and asked them. And guess what? When they say, I really love that squeeze today, say, great. Would you like a couple bars of it? Because it's actually on sale this month. Boom. You've already got an order. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I don't care what leaves your hand, and Kiara knows this from day one. Do make sure that your information is on it. There ain't nothing worse than handing out something and not having their information. That's how Kiara and I met. That's how she joined. But because she had a consultant that gave her a bunch of samples, and guess what? She had no idea who it was. So this is a way to follow up with them. And I lost my train of thought though about when you send out anything, I don't care if somebody's ordered 1 cent circle or if somebody's ordered $150 worth of stuff, you use those scent of the month flyers. You will not believe I can promise you the last 6 months, I have one customer that lives in Winterville. She's a nurse that I've known for years. She orders from me all the time. She loves the oil. She's got a diffuser. So I told her about the clearance sale. So she's ordered an extra diffuser, shade to go. Every time I send her a sample, guess what? I need a 6-pack. I need a 6-pack of those. For the last 6 months, she has gotten a 6-pack of whatever the scent of the month is. Utilize it. That's what it's there for. Use those scents of the month because guess what? It's a tax write-off. But if you're going to let it sit on the side and do nothing, guess what you're going to get? Nothing. That's what it's there for. Use the tools that Scentsy and Shannon and I and Andrea and everybody has given you. Use those tools because that's what's going to help you increase your business. Okay, I'll be quiet now.
Oh, no, okay. No, that's great. That's really, really good. I want to give you some other ideas too, how you can get, your PRV and your sales in the summertime. But basket parties are huge. Make like 8 of them. You don't have to have like all the scents in them. You could pick out, a couple from each category. You could use the transition testers. You can use whatever you want to. But basket parties are great. The Facebook parties are a big hit, especially I think Allison, what's her name? Docky said that she sent out messages to people in her booking Blitz and just said, hey, I'm going to have a 30-minute Facebook party where there's going to be a lot of fun giveaways and blah, blah, blah. Because it was a message and said, can I add you to it? Do you have 3 friends that you could invite? And she said that she ended up getting a ton of Facebook parties that way because she'd say, I'm getting ready to have one on whatever. I'd love to invite you. So instead of getting them to host it, she invited them and got them to bring 3 friends. And so any orders that came from her 3 friends and that girl, she'd put it together if it ended up being a party saying, hey, you know what? You ended up having a party outside of this. So she said that she had 3 different people that she would invite, have them invite friends to it, and then let them know that they could get the free stuff, each one, if it ended up being a qualifying party, which was absolutely smart. Another thing is if you look what, there's a video that I put on the page today, Nick Jervis did about having 6 people order from you every 4 months. And if you do this 3 times a year, and I think it's 3, 1, 2, 3. No, it's every 3 months. So if you have 6 people that are going to order in January, then you have another 6 people that are going to order in February, then you have another 6 people that are going to order in March, and then it starts going on and on and on. You'll constantly have your $200, or if they do $50 worth of stuff, that'd be $300 worth of PRV every single month, just from people that say, hey, every 3 months I'll buy from you. Yes, they could do the Scentsy Club if they want to, but this is a way that you could actually get them free stuff and half off stuff by saying each one of you guys will rotate being the host and somebody will get this, or you can divide up the awards and say, okay, if we get $300 in sales, she gets $30 free. She can get the half off. She can get the perpetual party award or whatever. So Nick was talking about that. I put the video on the page today to show you guys how to do that. But if you get 6 people just to be able to do it, have 3 or 4 different groups of them, then that'll be constant PRV you won't have to worry about. Another thing is going to be if you do smell mail, just like we were talking about, and following up with every person, because I promise you, if you follow up with each person that you sent something to, it will be an upsell if you tell them like Annette did. Hey, these are on sale right now. Hey, did you know that if you got those 3 bars with a warmer, you're actually saving, this much money. So you can upsell people. You can get them to try new things. You can get them to try the whiffs if they've never tried the whiffs, or to try the clean if they've never tried the clean. It's amazing what is out there for you if you would just follow up and you would just call them or message them or text them. And this day and time, I mean, yes, phone calls are super important, and they talk about the phone being a 10-pound phone. But I know for a fact that texting is very, very effective for me whenever I message people or Facebook message people, because it's quick, it's fast. Everybody's looking for instant gratification. If my Mary Kay girl called me right now and started telling me about the specials, I would be like, oh my God. I mean, I'd be like, get off the phone. But if she messages me and says, hey, I've got all these specials, can I send them, see if there's anything you like? Like, yeah, sounds great. And I place my order right then and there. So it all depends. You have to know your customer, because I have some customers that I have to go and visit with them for 10 to 20 minutes whenever I drop my stuff off. And I know that if it's going to be a day that I got to go see Janet, that I'm going to have to sit with her for about 15 minutes and listen to how life is going. There's some customers that want to talk, and I'll give them a call and they'll want to talk things out. But I also know my customers that are on the go. They're super busy. They have lots of kids. And I would tell them, hey, I'm texting you because I don't want to, take your time from your kids by keeping you in the phone. And they'll call, and they respect that. So that's one thing. Of course, look for events and things that are around your area. Referrals, that goes into your blessing bags. If you do blessing bags, I promise you that's whenever they get 5 people that they know. I talk about this all the time because it works. If you send a lemon sample to somebody and you call them and they say, oh my gosh, I absolutely loved it. And you say, well, are there 5 friends that you know that I could put together some really fun little pampering sets for, as well as you? That is a great way to get blessing bags out there, because when somebody loves something that you sent them and they feel appreciated, they will share their circle with you. Okay. Fundraisers, start looking for fundraisers. School will be starting up in, another 70 some days. Start asking for fundraisers. Look at people traveling with different sports. Look at church organizations, people who do mission trips. There's all kinds of things out there. Right now, there's a fundraiser that one of my friends are doing for infertility calls that she's having to go through. So there's so many reasons to fundraise. You just got to ask people. If you put it on Facebook, if you had an extra $500, what charity would you give it to? Or what would you do with it? And people will usually tell you what they would do with it. And it's either a really good way to follow up with them about joining, or really good way to be able to get a fundraiser out there. Or ask people, does anyone know anyone who needs any fundraisers right now? Or even look in the, one thing that I was taught that Laura Godwin did, because she is big into prayer and she's big into really helping people who put together not GoFundMe, but health issues. So she'll put in Facebook, pray for, and then all these things will come up and she'll read them and see if it's something that she can relate to. And then she'll message them, see if she can help them in any way, not soliciting them. But if it's something that she's moved about and knows that she can actually help, then that would be something. Like, for example, Kristen is a childhood cancer survivor. So anyone that would be going through cancer with any of their children, and she would reach out to them and say, I've been there, I've done that, I'd love to help you, they would be more open to hearing from her than they would me whenever I don't have that kind of thing. Or anyone who's been through breast cancer, and I've been there, this is scary, I'd love to be able to help you. They would be able to relate to them more. But you don't ever want to solicit it. It's just a way that she said that it's a way to see if she can relate to people. Another thing would be whiff boxes. Whiff boxes are huge. Right now we got the golden ticket until August 25th. So I would let people know, if they say no to booking a party, say, well, I want to let you know right now we have whiff boxes that people are buying. Can I put you down for one? Because golden tickets are in them where people are getting, laundry for a year, or cleaners for a year, or Disney things for a year. And people will probably say yes. So these no's that you're going to get will lead to something bigger if you just stay with it and don't give up, okay? And then, of course, just like I said, don't forget to ask for the referrals. I think I already told you that. But these are the ways that you are going to be able to build your business this summer. There's no other way that you can do this without asking people, asking for referrals, getting those samples out there. Every sample is no good, like she said, unless it has a name, and unless it has a name that you gave it to for you to follow up on. But every one of you guys who have someone new underneath you, reach out to them. Let them know these things that I'm telling you tonight and that Annette is telling you, because so many of these people are just saying, you know what, I got my nightlight, I'm good. And I don't want to see that happen, because I know, and you guys know, how much fun we have when we get together, how the blessings that come from Scentsy, the great things that, you know, Heidi and Orville do for us and what it could do for their lives. But you've got to move from just throwing stuff at them and teaching them to leading them. So once you become a lead consultant, and then, you know, let them know right away, the first thing that they need to do is become certified. Why? Because they get a 25% promotion, but they're not going to be found on the locator until they're a lead consultant. That is a really, really big benefit for people to go for lead, because now they can be found on the locator. Another reason is because in the fall, whenever we have all these trip things, if you get paid at title, they have consistency points they give you. And that starts at lead. It doesn't start at certified. It starts at lead. So that's another reason that you want to be able to do that. So just, you know, make sure if anyone underneath you has sponsored someone and there is no director in between you and them, you make sure that you reach out to them and reach out to their sponsor and let them know what there is to do, because so many people added so many $15 people and they have no idea how to train them. And if they're in your line, you need to reach down to them and say, can I help you? Is there anything I can do? And contact their sponsor too and say, I'm going to be getting a hold of this person and helping them. And if you help them with me, that's even better, because they're going to need all the help that they can. They're going to need all the guidance. And then once they get their feet under them and they get this rolling, it's going to be super easy. But they got to realize you need to get them that $200 so they can get the free stuff to be able to get the rest of the stuff for their kit that they need. And if they need more testers, they don't have to go buy the big set of testers. They could just get the transition sets. I mean, not transition set. They could get the transition set, but they could just get the bars and make the samples like you saw Annette and I doing a couple months ago, which I have to admit, because I hadn't gotten any of those back. So that's my fault, because I didn't follow up before I left to go out of town. So anyway, square one for me again. I got to remake them. But I know, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I ordered the containers today and I ordered the wax today. So it'll be another sample making day, but tester making day. But that is all that I have for you guys tonight. I just, you know, the booking blitz will be tomorrow. We'll start at 10:30 in the morning. It'll go till 10:30 the next morning. Work at 15 minutes somewhere during that time. Or some people get on a roll and they look up and it's like been 45 minutes because they're just hitting everybody they can. Be careful not to just post the same script over and over and over again, because Facebook will see that as spamming and they'll put you in jail. iMessenger is just as bad on Apple, that if you continue to send like a ton of messages, it will do that to you. So change up some of those scripts and make sure you put their name and make sure that you make them personalized. Just don't send it. People don't like mass text. They don't like it whenever they're in there with 50 other people. So you need to make sure these are personal to them, personalized to them, and talk to them just like, you know, you're talking to me. Like, hey girl, you know what? I was thinking about you. I just started Scentsy. I think that you would absolutely love the product. It's a good time for me to get the Scentsy to smell. And if they're like, oh gosh, you know, I don't know, Monday? I mean, you're going to catch them off their feet. Or either they'll be like, you know, not right now is not a good time. That's whenever you're like, okay, well, I can get them to you in 2 weeks. So I promise you, it just takes a little bit of finessing and it takes a little bit of practice, but you will get the language. It will become part of your lifestyle and you will start booking parties like crazy. But you have to do it. You have to show up in order to do it. Okay, Annette, do you have anything else?
Not that I can think of. I'll give you a heads up on this. Follow-up is really, really important. And if somebody reaches out to you to do a party, immediately, you know, I'm at a point where I'm in the OR, so I can't text people right back. So my booking blitz is going to actually start tomorrow after I get off of work. But one thing about follow-up is so important, because I can tell you personally, to me, I didn't follow up with a girl a while ago. I got too caught up with other things and she joined somebody else.
Mhm.
And it happens. Now, yes, she joined for the $15. I hope she does well, but that was my fault. I dropped the ball. So you know, so that was an eye opener for me to get back into my what do we call it? Into our binders.
Yeah.
Because that's really important. Yeah. And May was a really very tough month for me. So trying to revamp, get back up on the team page, throw some things out there, you know, hoping that everybody kind of help each other out because you may come up with some ideas that somebody else may not come up with. And that's like I always say, and I posted it on our team page today, arrows out. Oral always says arrows out because you're going to be blessed with it regardless. It may not happen today, it may not happen next week, but you'll be blessed by sharing and helping each other out. So,
Yep.
okay.
All right, well that's it. I will put this. I have these scripts on the page, and I'll put those on there that you guys can read. But like I said, if someone does say no to you, another way you could turn it into a yes would be if you said something like, "Oh, no problem, Annette. Let me know if you know of someone who would like free and half off stuff because I have an incredible referral program for you." So have an awesome day. That's a great way for you to be able to, you know, move on to. Okay. Well,
And
that's it.
one other thing, as you know, we're doing our workshop in September.
Yep.
And I've already gotten like 8, 9, or 10 responses already. Those responses of anybody that wants to try to go needs to have on my group back to me and Shannon's group back to her by Sunday. Yesterday, her and Shannon and I actually spent several hours together, and we've already booked the house. A lot of this is out of our hands so that we don't feel bad because all of you are our girls and our friends. And right now what we're trying to do is like really work this so that this is a workshop rather than a retreat. Now, as far as a retreat, oh yeah, we still have to have a fellowship, friendship kind of girls retreat. And we're thinking about doing that in the spring. So, so those that are really wanting to maybe go to this workshop in September, it's September 20th through the 22nd. Get me your papers back with the 3 questions, get them back to Shannon as well, because we have to get them to somebody else to read through and pick out 18 people. So the sooner you get them back to us, the sooner we can get them to that third party to look over. So that's all I had to say. Y'all have a blessed night.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Shannon, call me.
Okay. I will. Bye.
All right. Bye.